Welcome, everyone, to Mindful Transitions and the podcast, The Good Girl Talks. I'm Sonya Figueiredo, your host, and today I have Lourdes Alfonso with us. And listeners, you're in for a real treat. She is a special, warm, beautiful lady with a wealth of knowledge and background. Lourdes has over 30 years of experience. So let me tell you, she comes from advertising, fashion marketing, business etiquette, and I'm interested in that one, IT, sales, and public relations. Lourdes is now a life coach, and she's helping women in midlife transition. That could be a new workplace, a new country. It could be that she's empty nesting, whatever it is, Lourdes is your lady. So, Lourdes, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Sonia. I'm happy to be here. Happy that you have me on. Thank you.
Lourdes, where are you coming from?
I am coming currently from Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So I am really in a very warm and vibrant country at the moment. Originally, I was born in Trinidad and Tobago, which is in the Caribbean. A little bit of my backstory is that I left Trinidad and my comfortable life and followed my husband at the time to Canada to venture into a new life, which is a married life. And that married life, to me, was everything. And I got a rude awakening from living a very short fairytale life. I became a single mother very quickly. So I had to do what I had to do in order to be here where I am today. So I did all of these different areas and different industries I worked in is because I have this passion to do what I have to do in a way that it helps me and it will be helping my daughter. So it was something that I wanted to do. It wasn't a struggle or any terrible feelings that I had. I did it with love and I did it with joy. Every time I changed my jobs and industries, it benefited me. It gave me experience. It gave me knowledge, insight to so many other things that if I had just wallowed, it wasn't going to help me get through the stages of my life. So I had to be very open to setbacks. And setbacks means that you have setups for something new in your life. So all of these things I am bringing towards my coaching program to women, that they can see that they don't have to feel stuck with the support of a community of other women. I will be able to guide them step by step how to live their purpose and to live to their best of their highest potentials. I will go back a few steps. I became a single mother with a toddler, a beautiful daughter, and now I am a grandmother. So life is almost full circle.
Life circle, absolutely. Lourdes, there's a lot of people who may be listening to this show right now who've actually been in a similar situation. They're divorced, they have a young family. What advice would you give them? It certainly can't be easy. I know as a mother who had a husband, that wasn't easy. And there were two of us in our family. And to do it alone, I can only imagine the exhaustion and sometimes even maybe a little bit of the fear of what if I lose my job or I need to do better, be more. What was that like for you?
Yeah, to be resilient. For me, I was here alone. All my family were back in Trinidad. I didn't have any family or friends here in Montreal. The friends I had were new friends, and they were very supportive in every single way. By having these supportive friends, they helped me 100%. Now, I am still friendly with them. When my ex-husband was leaving, I wasn't working. I left Trinidad, my comfortable life, working in a big advertising agency in Trinidad, traveling and doing everything that I wanted. And now I'm not working in Canada. I was saying, okay, after a while, I have to work. But at the time, I wasn't working. And with a toddler, he had to support us during the time I had to go back to school. So I had to go back to school, and that is where I went to do my fashion merchandising course. It was an intensive course, Monday to Friday, from 9 to 4, some days it's 9 to 5. I had to put my daughter in daycare and come back, pick her up, cook, and do my homework before the next morning. But again, I always say that God doesn't give you more than you can bear. Because my daughter, even though she was a toddler, I was still able to read for her every night. And I couldn't miss the page because she knew that I missed the page. I had to go back when she was asleep. I had to start my homework for the next day, for classes the next day. And was, as I said, was a full day school. It wasn't a part-time school. So I had all of this to get up in the morning. And in wintertime, my daughter will get up at that 8 and she will dress herself. She'll be putting on her own snow boots, winter boots. And I'll be dressing and giving her breakfast. And she's halfway dressed. I have to run to get the bus across the street, drop her off at daycare, and then take another bus and train downtown to go into the school. So it was just going on and on. I think, Sonya, I didn't feel the tiredness. I cannot say a day that I would say, oh my God, I'm tired. I didn't feel it. I was just in the motions or in the sight, but I was just doing it automatically. Coming back home, cooking, doing this, doing that automatically. So it was difficult. I was not complaining. I did not complain about my situation. I had my friends around me. My family was in Trinidad. I could call them on the phone. I could call my mom. My sister was alive at the time. I could still call her during the weekend and tell her what type of day I had or what type of week I had. But I did not complain to other people. I did my courses. I got my certificate in my fashion merchandising. I got a job right away. So I got back into working mode. I think it's about how you adapt to certain struggles or certain things that comes your way. It's all about adaptation, how you adapt.
Yeah. I can hear that. I can hear two things coming out loud and clear right now: resilience and confidence. Really sounds as though you backed yourself. That could be because you had a young daughter to take care of, but it doesn't sound like you doubted yourself once.
That's true. I always wanted to be in fashion. So when I got the opportunity to get a bursary to go to school, because it's a private school, I don't think my ex-husband was going to be paying me to go to school too and paying for our support and the apartment and everything. So I had to do that on my own. And I am a very resourceful person. I can find certain things that I want. So I made sure I looked up the school information, found that they could give bursaries and grants to people like me who are now become a single mother. And I was able to receive that benefit. And that's how I went through everything. You have to be resourceful because if it's something that you want to do, you have to do it. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You have to get up there and do it. I had the interview, they accepted me, and I started school. So it's something that it's confidence, yes, it's strength, it's resilience. I had to do it.
Yeah.
And I did.
Did you have any teachers in your life, like your mom or your grandmother, any family members who may have passed on some of those beautiful traits to you?
Definitely. And I will always say my mother was the best mother for me. She was the best for all three of us. And she is the one who will tell us, you can do it. Whatever we ask about certain things, about anything we wanted to do, she never put a doubt in our life or in our opinions. She said, you can do it. You can do it. And for me, when I told her about getting a divorce so quickly after being married and having a toddler, she's the one who told me, you are strong. You have to live for your daughter. And I am on the phone with her and she's miles away and telling me that I'm strong. It gave me a jolt. It's like, strong? It didn't connect with a different type of strength. It gave me, I'm thinking of physical strength, but she was talking about emotional strength. I am strong. And she said it so serious on the phone. Don't argue with me. It was, I was telling her, I'm always sick. She said, not that kind of strength I'm talking about. You have a daughter to live for. Those words will always live with me until I died. My mother was always giving us this strength to go on and telling us that we can do it. The encouragement, the resilience. My grandmother was around too. Because she spoke limited English at the time with us. It was, but whatever she did, it will consider she was doing it with strength also. So with her limited English, she gave us another force to live by. My mother was always there for us. Unbelievable.
Sounds like you had a beautiful matriarchal line, and I can just see the love coming from you right now. Your face is bright and beautiful. So yes, I can feel that connection that you have with your mum, especially. I'm interested to know how that ripple effect has gone on through to your daughter and your granddaughter. What lessons do you feel that you've passed on to them?
Yes, definitely. To my daughter, yes, she is a force and she is resilient. She is brilliant. And I also gave her that encouragement and the emotional strength my mother gave me, that you can do it with all the passion and all the love. So she too is very resilient. She is very passionate about what she does. I tell you, she's brilliant because my daughter could speak. She's trilingual. She speaks 3 languages. She's amazing, amazing young woman and an amazing mother. I have a toddler. My granddaughter is 4 years old. And I can see that she's passing on the strength, etiquette, and resilience to my granddaughter. I see that she's not putting any doubt and fear in her life. I am really amazed, happy, and appreciative of what my mother and my grandmother gave to me that I was able to pass on to them. It's amazing.
So beautiful, because as a parent, we all have the tools that we have. We really do the best we can. What I'm loving now with your daughter's generation and my daughter's generation and your granddaughter's generation is that women like your mother and grandmother are now feeling comfortable to give the message to young girls that they can do anything. I told you when I was struggling a little bit at school and my brother getting some extra help, and when I asked for it, the thing she said to me was, why? You're going to be a mother and a wife. You don't need extra help. And I'm just like, what? And I didn't get any extra help. And my daughter and even my son, if they needed something, I would give it to them, because independence is so important these days. And I'm loving the young ladies that are coming out now. They're willing to speak their truth and walk into a room bold and proud, but it's so beautiful to see. I think the world is a better place for the generations of young women who are coming through right now.
I definitely agree with you 100%, because with the women that I am working with and we coaching and helping, they are women in their midlife transitions. I am telling them, be bold. When you go into a room, show who you are, be bold, be brilliant, and don't be apologetic to who you are. Stand up for yourself, stand up for your truth, instead of holding back and being stifled by other people's voices telling you can't do something. You have to stand up and say, yes, I can. It's my turn. I can do this. I am capable. I'm resilient. I have the knowledge. I am now in my midlife. Midlife is not a crisis. Midlife is knowledge. Midlife is something that should be respected. If that is the time that you're going to change, this is the right time. This is the time you're supposed to be here now.
Yeah, absolutely. We all get focused on those zeros or the clicking years. And when you're in midlife, once you can get your head around midlife, there becomes a sense of freedom. Give yourself permission to be that age and be comfortable within your own skin. Doors open up. I went back to college to get my master's at 47. It was for me, but it was also to show my children it didn't matter what age you were, you can do something. And here I am now, a coach, and gone back and reinvented myself again. And it's a beautiful feeling because there is no pressure. I'm not doing it for anyone else but myself now.
That's right. When they said age is just a number, and if you believe in it, you believe that. If you're going to continue saying, I can't because I am too old, or I am too this, I am not good enough, you are just limiting yourself. It's hampering you, not anybody else. When you are comfortable in your own skin and you like yourself, it doesn't matter what you look. I'm not talking about just being the prettiest in the room. You like yourself. This is who you are. This is who I am. And you love yourself unconditionally. Nobody can tell you what to do or dictate your life anymore. Because that is what it was before. People telling you you can't do this or you should do that. Because this is not really you, but they're dictating your life and you are absorbing that negativity. So when are you going to live your own life if everybody is telling you what to do? And the day that you stand up for yourself and say, no, I am doing it this way because I want to do it this way, and this is me. Oh, like an earthquake. What is happening to it? No, I'm fine. I am great.
Just the world take notice, right?
Yes, exactly. Take notice and walk out there. Don't be afraid of anyone and be very confident in your life, in your steps. When you walk, you're confident, right? And that is what I would like to share with other women who are going through similar self-doubt and fears. They don't have to live in this forever, even though they never had it from a child or they didn't have that opportunity to have this the strength that was passed on to them. But it's something that they can develop. It's not written in stone that they have to stay that way. It's a development and growth stage that they have to forget about the fixed mentality or the fixed mindset. The fixed mindset is, I can't do this. I'm too old. I am not young enough. I am not good enough. I'm not smart enough. If you really want to do it and you think that you don't have all the qualifications, that is time to go back and start preparing for something else. Start preparing for the job that could be coming up, and you will say, I would like to get that job. So start upgrading your skills to get that job. So when that job do come, you could go walk into your manager's office and say, I have the qualifications, because you reinvented yourself by going back to school, by getting the knowledge to improve yourself and make yourself better. Instead of saying, I'm stuck. You're not stuck. It's time to make changes. It's time to prepare. It's a time for second chances to start moving towards what you want to do. Use different words to emphasize and to improve your mental health, your mental fitness.
Yes. The word stuck for me, if I was to reframe that for a woman, it would be see it as a period of rest and awareness and then regrowth rather than looking at it as stuck. By just reframing it a little bit, it can help you. What do women, in your opinion, face? What are their problems that they face in midlife that is relevant to all of us?
Continuously comparing ourselves to other women instead of looking at our achievements, experiences, knowledge, what we have gained coming into midlife. And if you embrace those experiences, it will be better for us to enjoy our time, the season in life, because we are always comparing to, could be younger women, or comparing to the woman right next to us, or the other woman who is more accomplished than us. So they're always comparing to another woman, and you always have to be, they're fighting each other in a way. So if we as women just unite and say, let us be one, because we are all going through the same things. Let us unite and have a united community that we will be able to speak with each other, good or not so good things, and have those safe place where women could speak about these things without any shame and without any judgment from the community. As soon as women starting to have this negative and pull and tug way of trying to reach others, is not helpful. It's not something proactive at all. So if we can just unite with each other and say, it doesn't matter what part of the world you come from, we are all experiencing similar traits, similar decisions that we had to make, similar setbacks, similar successes. And we live and promote each other instead of trying to break us down, each other down. We try to lift us up. One person lifts another one. And then we reach a certain level that we could say, oh, it's fantastic where I am right now. Instead of trying to always try to pull each other down instead of raising us up.
Yes.
That's
a village of supportive community, like-minded women. Yeah, because women can be incredibly competitive and they don't support each other. Men can have an argument in the workplace or a disagreement, but they still champion each other. If someone's going for a different position or a different growth phase in their lives, they really champion them, whereas women are just all about pulling each other down. And
yes,
it's not helpful and it's not great for your mind. As we're getting older, Lourdes, I'm finding one of the things that you read about with women in midlife is our friendship circle gets smaller if you're in a growth phase. Sometimes you leave women behind, not intentionally. It's because of your growth, you're not necessarily the person that they need you to be anymore. Your friendship groups can get a bit smaller. But what I also find is the friends that remain become the most supporting, loving women. And there's a special kind of beauty and strength in that. We're social creatures. We need people in our lives, but understand women. And it's time we started nurturing that a little bit more.
I agree with what you said. Having some women in my life, and then you said, we're not friends. It's not to say we're not friends. Certain things we have grown and they are not part of what is happening in my life right now. So they're not that supportive, but they're still there. And some other friends just said, okay, they were here for a season and not for a long time. They're just seasonal friends. And the friends that I have are really extremely close and extremely supportive. And friends that I had, even from Trinidad, from school, I still have those friends. Even last night, we were texting each other, and I am here and she's in Toronto. And we are still close. That is the type of friends that is there forever. They are not seasonal. They become a family because they know you so long. They will give you all the support that you need, Even things that you don't want to hear, they will tell you. And you will take it with an open mind. All of these things are important for us. We really have to step up. And as you said, the men can have a little fight at the office or so, or little discussion, and they will go out and have a beer after, and everybody is fine. But women still have their faces really serious. Oh my God. So in that way, women are more sensitive, yes. As we grow older, we have to protect ourselves. But also, when you believe in yourself and you said you're not hurting anyone, if that person takes something out of context, you make it right immediately. And if they don't want to move on, what can you do? But as long as you are 100% sure and believe in yourself, that is where we all want to be. We all want to be sure in our own skin.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. I'm hearing repair and reciprocity. We all make mistakes and we all sometimes are not in a great place, and we might say something that we really didn't mean to say. And it's up to us to extend that offer of repairing the friendship and saying sorry. And sometimes it doesn't work out. But I'm hearing reciprocity, right? Because we all get busy, but it's not that hard to send a text these days. It's not like you have to pick up the phone. Mind you, picking up the phone and having a conversation is also what we need sometimes.
Yes, definitely.
But if somebody sends you a text, reply to it. It doesn't take that long. And the longer you take in sending something to someone, the harder it gets. And before you know it, a month or so has passed. We're not in the era where it was a phone or a letter. How long did it take to write a letter? I don't know about you, Lourdes, but I used to pick up a pen and write letters.
Come on, did.
And that's not necessarily something that happens these days. And so with the fast pace that we live in, it's almost like we're not actually connecting the same. And as we're getting older, I think we almost need to turn back the clock a little.
Yes.
Really nurture those friendships and those relationships.
Definitely. When I was moving from Canada and coming up here to play with my daughter and her family, it was, by the way, I have my WhatsApp, I have contacts. I can make contacts with these people, with all my friends who are miles away in another world, and I'm here. So I made sure that I did not lose that contact with my friends. It doesn't happen every single day, but I always remember like birthdays or certain things that I will say, oh my God, let me send a text to this friend. Of course, we have to send pictures of your granddaughter. But you have to keep up because you want to keep it up. Sometimes they are too busy to reply right away. You could also understand because you know them. They are busy too. I make sure that I stay up to date and keep reaching out to my friends, even though they are miles away. They always love to hear from me. So it's something that I will continue to do. Yeah.
That's part of the secret of a longer, happier and healthier, fuller life. Tell me a little bit about what you do now and why you do it.
What I do now, I am a lifestyle coach for women in midlife and mid-career transition who are feeling disillusioned or second-guessing themselves with every step they make towards the future. They want to make this change. They want to make a new life for themselves, but they are just feeling unprepared. They're feeling the self-doubt because they are listening to too many outside noises that are drowning out their own opinions. And I am working with women who are willing and ready to make that investment in themselves. So that's what I am willing to reach out to women. I have a 30-minute discovery call that they could go on my website and schedule as a free 30-minute call to see if they are ready to fit into this new journey and if they would like to continue working with me. My program is about empowerment pathways. So it's to empower women to do what they long to do, their passion, to find their priorities and make themselves a priority. Self-care is not selfish. So that is really what I long for women to receive from me, because I had that in my life from a child, and I didn't know that it was such an important piece of life for parents, especially parents, to give that encouragement to children, to see how they can grow with resilience and strength and passion. And now some women didn't have that in their lives, but it's something that they can develop and they will prosper by it. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
They could go on my website.
And tell me, what is your website?
My website is Lourdes Marie Alfonso lifestylecoach.com. So it's my whole name, Lourdes Marie Alfonso lifestylecoach.com.
Beautiful. I will put that in the show notes for anyone who would like to reach out to you. Lourdes, it's been such a pleasure. What I've heard from you is resilience, getting your mindset right, drowning out external messages, backing yourself and trusting yourself. What a beautiful gift, regardless of where you are in your life right now, showing up so that the people around you who love you the most can see that, and then they can go, I can do that too. So in closing, what message would you give to the women who are listening today?
The message I will give them is, don't be afraid of who you are. Just go out there and be yourself. It's a process, but you have to believe in yourself. Believe that you will be able to go through whatever difficulties, whatever struggles you're going through. You just have to believe in yourself and have that faith. It will get better. And you will have joy in your life and prosperity and lots of fun.
Yeah.
Believe in your life and believe in yourself.
If you can love yourself, everything else flows. It's a beautiful message. Thank you, Lourdes, for being with us today. And listeners, if you love the energy like I do of Lourdes, please reach out to her. I will leave you with this quote: live your life mindfully, one step at a time.